Oh, hey guys, Henry here. Hope you're all well and having a good week. Just before we get into this week's Design911 video, which I think you're all going to love, I just wanted to say that James's car that features heavily in it, we have actually got a kind of a customer car, like a deep dive into it about kind of how we've achieved some of the magic that's explained in terms of fitting the engine, and kind of more of a run through about that coming in the next couple of weeks. I've also clipped in some of that footage at the end to kind of give you a teaser, so watch out to the end and see what you think. Martin and I are on a holiday for the next week, so not sure. We're going to try our best to get a video, but if not, bear with us. Nothing has happened, and programming will resume as usual.
Hi, I'm Martin from Porsche Mode. I've been running the business now for 8 years and taking it from stride to stride over that period. We originally started off in a lot smaller unit than we currently are. It was just myself and one ramp, and just over the years we've just evolved and adapted to the Porsche market. Not only just doing maintenance, but engine builds, tuning, and we also do car sales, so we cover everything about the Porsche brand. I'd say that's probably our main thing is modifying Porsches and track builds. Apart from maintenance, that's what we specify in. Obviously it depends on each customer what their goal is and what they want to get out of it. But James's car, which we filmed earlier, the 987 Cayman, we prepped it for the Nürburgring and a spa trip we had, and on the way back he just said, I need more power. And we did this build 2 years ago now, but we've dropped a 997 3.8 engine into the back of a Cayman 987. We've had a lot of cars come in where people just aren't happy with stuff, and they been to other garages and they just say, look, the car doesn't feel quite right, and they come in here and I just give them an honest opinion of where we can move forward with the car. And a lot of cars now I think get forgotten that they are 20 years old, like some 997s and 991s, and even a simple like suspension refresh brings the car back to life to how it would drive at a factory. Nobody here is actually Porsche trained. I mean, I've had a lot of I've had a couple of guys come from main dealer. I find that then they very much will replace it, not fix it. So we're all engineering background and we'll fix a problem. Our old setup was very restrictive, and I knew that the thing holding Porsche Mode back was the facade. And my goal always was with the business is to get it almost into like a mini main dealership. That's what I wanted from it. So here, yeah, we've got 4 two-poster ramps, we've got the scissor alignment ramp, and then we've got 4 car stackers. Car stackers mainly are for our project cars and stuff we've brought in maybe to work on in the future. And then we've got 8 spaces underneath which are designated for sales cars. Yeah, I've been working with Design911 for around about 7 years, and yeah, you guys always gave me like a good, reliable service. One thing I do like about Design911 is they've got such a wide range of everything, whether that's Bilstein shocks, upgraded components, light and clutch flywheels, pretty much for every car. And we are massively into our tuning, so whether that's like tuning the suspension, GT3 lower arms, any sort of modifications. I know you guys have got a huge amount of stock, and it's available next day. So we do like working with you guys. I was in a GT4 3.8 981, and James was in his 987 Cayman S, and very similar cars, but you could just tell the 987 Cayman S was just lacking in power, and I was always getting away from James on the straights. And that was James's end goal. A 981 GT4 is, at the time it was 70,000, 80,000, and for a fraction of the price, probably half the cost, with us dropping in a 997 engine into his Cayman, we've effectively given him a 987 Cayman S GT4, maybe the car that should have been built, but Porsche couldn't because it would have overshadowed the 997 Carrera S at the time. The build list on James's car, we've got the Speedworks front lip, We've got the various canards and side skirts. Again, Bilstein B16 suspension from yourselves. Change the clutch, lightweight flywheel, again from yourselves. Rig gearbox mounts, sole 200cl racing cats. We've also paired that with a Milltek resonated exhaust. So obviously you've got the exhaust gases out, getting the exhaust gases in. We've done like GT3 throttle body, MRN, carbon intake, and that's why it sounds incredible on full chat. I think the reason why you come to Porsche mode is we don't outsource much. I think the only thing we outsource is paint. Everything else is done inside with signed off quality control. Because over the years I've just found that there's a lot of stuff that can just be, when you start outsourcing, it becomes very unreliable and the quality's not necessarily there. So again, this is down to who we use for parts. You know, we make sure the parts that we're fitting on your car are something we would tried and tested on our cars. We're very knowledgeable. We've been around the brand and we've tried and tested a lot of things and come up with some really good solutions to answers. You know, if someone's saying, look, I want to do this, we've generally got an answer for it. Or if we haven't, we'll go out and there, find an answer and get the solution.